Hello. Uh, I've just been going through some old photos, um, and I don't know how I'm going to go with this video, but I just had a thought when I was recording it. I remember going to a zoo. I don't remember where it was. It might have been Edinburgh or somewhere in Wales. Wandering about the zoo, and I heard the lions way off in the distance. It was sort of doing a grunt type roar thing, not like a roar like on the old, remember the MGM thing at the beginning of old films where the lion roars. Not like that. It was like a grunt, a repeating grunt. It was kind of powerful. You heard the vibration, you felt the vibrations in your chest from it. And as we got closer, I noticed this male lion, big mane and everything, stood on a raised platform, roaring. And I was struck by the beauty of it. Like, this animal's so powerful, and there's like real strength in its eyes. Like you can just look at it, and it has a real kind of visceral feeling that I don't quite understand what it is. And then it struck me that we've locked something up as powerful and beautiful as that in kind of an enclosure, and we've got all these people who've like never faced any real danger in their lives. Well, most of them, not life or death situations. Most of them unfit, overweight. And there was a weird kind of metaphor in there that I don't quite understand or can't quite articulate about what it's like to be a man, or how it feels like to be a man in modern society in some ways. There's still a lot of the programming you have from thousands of years ago when you were cavemen, and it's still part there, and we don't have like a software upgrade to sort of deal with modern life in a lot of ways. The kind of role of men has changed quite a lot. We're not hunting and gathering anymore. We don't have much use for us muscles in everyday life, and everything's quite safe. And I think in general sometimes it's like there isn't an outlet for you to express the kind of base animalistic things that are there. I don't quite know how I'm explaining this, but sometimes I feel like I need some sort of danger. I don't want to like put myself in any harm, but just the kind of excitement of being of things being uncertain and slightly dangerous. I mean, I've been travelling a few times to far off countries on my own, and one of the main reasons I did that was just because it scared me and my life was quite safe, and I needed to feel that fear. I think that's partly why the we like zoos, lions in zoos, because you can be close to something so obviously powerful that would destroy you in seconds, but you're there stood behind the barrier, quite safe. One other thing I'd say about it as well is it makes me feel a bit shitty going to zoos that we would do that to an animal. The enclosure's obviously too small, and it's not hunting, and there's some sort of metaphor there for what humans are like in general as well. The fact that I realise it's probably bad that we're doing this to animals, but still go anyway. And there's a lot of that in the world as well, that sort of we know some things are bad, but we just let it slide. Some of the things my country has done anyway, abroad over the last, say, 10, 15 years. Yeah. I remember I think it was Edinburgh Zoo. There was a polar bear rocking backwards and forwards in its enclosure, obviously, bored out of its mind. And it just made me think, oh God, I'm a shit person for just doing this. But yeah. Alright, that'll do it. Just a random thought for today. Thanks. Bye.